Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. I am Rishi Harinan and C News is live at noon.
And I'm Video Rample with sports.
Here's what's making news at this time. Police are at this time at the scene of a murder in East Port of Spain. At around 10 o'clock this morning, there were reports of gunshots heard at the corner of Duncan and Queen Street in Port of Spain. Our reporter Ian Wason is on the scene. He joins us on the line. Good afternoon. Ian, what can you tell us?
That you are seeing stopped in the middle of the road next to the truck with the door open. He was proceeding west along Queen Street when two gunmen stopped him. Loud explosions were heard, and police were in the area because of the height of the Christmas shopping. Police are out in the numbers to look over the shoppers. They were close by and they gave chase to the two gunmen. The two gunmen got away in the nearby plannings in Nelson Street. The senior superintendent in charge of Port of Spain, Senior Superintendent Griffith, he said that the officers will make use of the closed circuit TV cameras and they will use the footage to aid in the investigations.
Thank you very much, Ian. A 27-year-old man was gunned down in Morva on Thursday night. Akeem Jordan was with a group of men at the corner of Tapana and Kiskadee Street when a silver Nissan Almera pulled up alongside them. 4 men with guns came out and targeted Jordan. He was shot several times in the abdomen, arms and feet. Jordan of Flamingo Street, Morva, died at the scene. A fire in Curup has destroyed one home. C News understands that sometime around 7 p.m. on Thursday, an explosion was heard on a side street of Rapsey Street. Fire broke out shortly thereafter.
When we went upstairs, back to the road, boys were moving, and the fire ran so fast, and the fire brigade takes so long to come.
The family sought to stay by a relative nearby, but admits they have lost everything, including items purchased over the Christmas season. They are appealing for assistance from anyone. Meanwhile, reports this morning that the Stackhouse Company Limited in San Fernando was set on fire by suspected arsonists. C News understands the fire started just after 2 a.m. today. Damage is so far estimated to be $100,000. Now, police have arrested a 36-year-old Arima man in connection with a case of molestation. Police responded to a report in St. Helena shortly before 9 p.m. on Thursday, where a 15-year-old girl was snatched and molested. Reports state the girl was sitting in her father's vehicle outside KFC at St. Helena Junction when the man came up and pulled a knife at her throat. He allegedly told her to unbutton her top and he fondled her. She raised an alarm, prompting the man to run. Police held the man in a nearby building. The Ministry of Finance has spoken out against statements made by the Oilfields Workers Trade Union that Petrotrin was mandated to offer the union a 0% increase in salaries and wages for the 2014 to 2017 period. In a statement, the Minister of Finance confirms that the government was not informed by Petrotrin that it had commenced negotiations for the collective agreement for 2014-2017 and that Petrotrin acted unilaterally without informing the government or seeking a remit from the Public Sector Negotiations Committee.
In Friday's statement, the Finance Minister, Colum Imbert, notes it is well known that all state enterprises must seek and obtain guidelines from the Public Sector Negotiations Committee, which is a committee of cabinet ministers responsible for public sector negotiations, chaired by the Minister of Finance. This procedure has been in place for over 20 years. He explained it is only when media reports appeared indicating that there was a disagreement between the OWTU and Petrotrin over the collective agreement period that the government became aware that Petrotrin had commenced these negotiations. After becoming aware that these negotiations had begun without authorization, the Minister of Finance sought an explanation from Petrotrin, and it was only on Wednesday, December 21, 2016, that Petrotrin for the first time sought guidance from the Minister on the matter. He said the matter is now engaging the attention of the government and will be considered by the Public Sector Negotiations Committee at its next meeting. However, the minister maintained that Petrotrin has acted unilaterally and has no authorization from the government, the Minister of Finance, the Chief Personnel Officer, or the Public Sector Negotiations Committee to make any offer to OWTU of any kind. Peter Christopher reporting for C News Live.
You're watching the C News Live report at noon. Remember, you can keep up to date with all the latest news on our website at ctvtt.com, or you can check out our Facebook and Twitter pages at C News Live. There is no pileup of bodies at the Scarborough mortuary as reported by the media. This according to the Tobago Regional Health Authority. It said currently there are 5 bodies at the mortuary scheduled to undergo forensic autopsies. The Scarborough mortuary has the capacity to house up to 100 bodies. The Port of Spain Mayor, Joel Martinez, intends to look into the concern of law officials who indiscriminately wreck vehicles in the capital city.
That has to stop. We cannot have our law enforcement personnel committing an offense by wrecking somebody indiscriminately. I would like to see that a good compromise takes place and that we can do this thing lawfully and we could do it positively.
At this time, the mayor said wrecking is important as it helps bad drivers from recklessly parking and creating traffic congestion.
I have no problem with people parking. However, if you park in front of somebody's driveway in the middle of the night and they want to leave their home because of an emergency, that becomes a problem. So we have to have our wreckers out there, ensuring that people don't park indiscriminately.
The Member of Parliament for Tabaquite, Dr. Suraj Rambachan, says the PNM has had control of the Port of Spain City Corporation since independence. Therefore, it presided over the deterioration of the city in almost all aspects of its functioning. He was responding to the announcement by the new mayor that he plans a massive cleanup exercise in the new year. Dr. Rambachan said, "The words are cheap, only action is precious." He said whether it was vagrancy, homelessness, traffic congestion, poor roads, crime infestation, street vending, garbage removal, dilapidated structures, overgrown lots, the several mayors had failed to deal with the restoration of the city of Port of Spain. Dr. Rambachan lamented that changing the faces of the councillors and aldermen will not guarantee any significant changes in the physical setting of Port of Spain, nor deal with the increasingly sensitive social issues which have now reached near crisis proportions. During this festive season, consumers are being urged to know their rights. This as many purchases of items are being made. The call comes from the Consumer Affairs Division of the Ministry of Trade. Marie Hull reports.
Shopping is a must during the Christmas period, and Senior Consumer Advocate at Consumer Affairs Division, Bernadine Rowland, said it is important for consumers to be responsible when purchasing their items. She listed what those rights were.
So some of the rights that they have is the right to information, truthful information, that is. So you go to a store, you need to find out exactly how, if it's an appliances you're purchasing, how this appliance would operate, how it would work, right? What are the warranty, what warranty will be getting on the item? What is the return policy in the store? All these things are things that consumers need to know.
She said while each store may have a different policy for purchasing items, consumers need to know how to return an item.
Most times consumers would observe written on receipts, no cash refund or no exchange. That is an illegal statement to be seen written on receipts or even displayed in the store. According to the Adverse Trade Practice Order, it is an illegal signed and statement to make, no cash refund and no exchange. The reason being that when that is written on the receipt or displayed in the store, the consumer is of the view that they cannot take back the item if something is wrong with it.
The Consumer Affairs Division is the consumer protection and advocacy arm of the Ministry of Trade and Industry. Ms. Rollins explained how their role assists consumers.
So when the consumer lodges a complaint, first we must have the receipt, because your receipt is your proof of purchase to show that you purchased the item, and it will also tell us what warranty the item has. Right? So we take the complaint. After lodging the complaint, we would contact the supplier to seek redress for the consumer.
Any consumer needing to make a complaint can contact the Consumer Affairs Division's toll-free complaints line at 800-4227. Marie Hall, C News.
Taking a brief look at the weather forecast for this afternoon and tonight, Trinidad, Tobago and the remainder of the Lesser Antilles, sunny and at times breezy conditions will be interrupted by light to moderate showers in a few localities. There is the slight chance of the heavy shower or thunder shower during the afternoon. Tonight will be mostly clear despite few showers in confined areas. This warning for those going out to sea: small craft operators, sea bathers and all other marine interests, especially along the northeastern coasts of Tobago, are asked to exercise caution in any sea-related activities. Seas are moderate with waves 2 to 2.5 meters in open water. They are near 1 and choppy at times in sheltered areas. The forecast high for today is 32 degrees Celsius at Piaco and 1 degree cooler, 31 at Crown Point. And now Vidya Rampal is here with sport.
Now back at home, Trinidad and Tobago defender Sheldon Batto has called for time and support for new coach Tom St. Pete. The former San Juan Jablotay player was part of the team that lost their opening 2 World Cup qualification matches against Costa Rica and Honduras. Batto will not travel with the team to Nicaragua but is behind the new coach.
It's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult, but regardless of what, we have a job to do. It's very possible, very, very possible. And I think we just need to believe in the new coach and believe in the team, and I think we can do well.
Now, Batto campaigns in the Russian League, which is on a winter break. He says his season has been mixed up to now.
So far, it's been a up and down season. We were last on the table, but fortunately, the last set of games we came out of the red zone. So just expecting better things.
Now, Sheldon Batto was among several national players who were part of a charity match at Hague Street in Carenage earlier this week. Kevin Molino, Jovan Jones and Mikel Williams were on the opposite team as Carenage played host against St. Anne's. CTV's Ken Fuentes was watching.
The most important thing is to give back to the people in Carenage. I think they deserve it. You know, it haven't been a long time that somebody have done that. And me, Jovan, and also Sheldon Batto come up with the idea to give back to Carenage. I think they deserve it. You know, over the past couple of years, a lot of good players have come from here. And it's very important that we give back and show that we love our community.
And that they did by putting on a treat for their fans, showcasing the talent that has made them household names. Jovan Jones, for instance, among the goals. According to Molino, they continue to feel the love from the community, demonstrated again by the large turnout.
First, it's a pleasure to always play here because I born and grew right in this ground, and I learn all my trade here, and I'm just happy and delighted to come here and play, and also look at the turnout the first time, and I just want to thank each and every one for coming out and showing the love and support. And you know, it's a charity event and giving back to the kids, and we're just happy to share that moment together as a family in Carenage.
From the opposite side, the boys from St. Anne's, captained by Sheldon Batto, their goal also is to show the young men and women from the community something positive by example.
It's just about showing them that football is a way out of, we would say, the ghetto. You know, so even if you don't want to go the route of education and school, there's still a chance to make it in life and to make something of yourself.
Batto was quick to remind the residents that the game was not a one-off event.
It's a great feeling, honestly, and although it's not my community, what it actually is home and away. So first we play in Carenage, and then normally we go to St. Anne's. We haven't decided on our date as yet, but it's about bringing love and peace to the community.
And though it was for charity, Molino, whose team lost the first encounter, added that they still take the game seriously at any level.
It's a great feeling, honestly, and although it's not my community, what it actually is home and away. So first we play in Carenage, and then normally we go to St. Anne's. We haven't decided on our date as yet, but it's about bringing love and peace to the community.
Definitely, when you look around the field, is a tremendous amount of people, and you know, we enjoying the football, good quality, and at the end of the day, we're here to win.
Can the boys from Carenage overturn the deficit on the away leg in St. Anne's? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. Kent Fuentes, C Sports.
Great initiative from the players giving back to their communities. That's it for sport.
Well, that's the C News report at noon. I'm Rishi Harinanan.
And I'm Vidya Rampal.
Remember, for up-to-date and breaking news throughout the day, you can visit the C News website at ctvtt.com. But before we go, we'll leave you with this performance from our morning show, Good Morning Trinidad and Tobago.
A bad boy, but this year I was good. I behave so nice, I do all the things that I should. It's not cause you're watching, I had love in my heart. No, I was behaving from since the start. I go come to the North Pole, I go cough in your nose hole. I go pelt you the snowball, you're doing this ever since I small. Mr. Yeah, I only get socks and drawers. Well, could you tell me what is the cause? Why every year I only get socks and drawers? When you're making your list and you're checking it twice, you have to admit, this year I was nice. I cut out the liquor and I hardly swear. So you better not give me no underwear. I go hunt all the reindeer. You think I'm a muck? I'll go in my sprinter and we go make a little cook. Mr. Every year I only get. Well, could you tell me what is the cause? Why every year I only get socks and drawers? Every year on the streets you're good, put out milk and cookies and ting. But every single year, well, it ain't no joke, it's the same nonsense you just bring. Look under the Christmas tree and tell me what is the cause for these ugly argyle socks and 3-pack of drawers. I'm not asking for plenty, I don't mind a shirt. Well, Santa, believe me, your ass could get hurt. Mr. Santa Claus, every year